Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. I'm wondering if your love's still strong.
Unlike my parents, I brought my own champagne. I remembered, Dad, and you didn't. So tonight, as the Maid of Honor, what you're always expecting is the story that nobody else has heard. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jackie and Alan's relationship that only a few people know. And Dad talked about how Jackie came home, or she called home and said, "Dad, I'm dating somebody new." Here's what happened first. Jackie was dating somebody else. Nothing bad. Don't worry. Nothing bad. She was dating somebody else, and I was single. And like a good big sister, one night she comes home and she's like, "You know what? There's this guy at work. And I think you'd like him. He's really awesome. He's really funny. And oh my goodness, he laughs at all of my jokes and he likes all of my weirdness and he thinks I'm great. I think you two would get along." So I did what I do every time a sister says she's going to set me up. And I said, "Sure, okay." And then I forgot about it. And a few months later, she comes back and she says, "Oh, so I'm dating somebody new. And you know who it is?" And I was like, "Who?" And she goes, "Remember that guy that I was supposed to set you up with?" And I was like, "Oh, you mean the guy that laughs at all of your jokes and thinks you're really awesome and you really, really like him?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm dating him." And I was like, "Oh, I'm shocked." So, sometime I did actually get to know Alan over the years. Some time did go by. It took him a little while to open up to me, but after, now I live in a house with them, as Dad was so apt to point out earlier.
You're welcome.
And I thought I knew him pretty well. But Jackie dropped a total bombshell on me the other week that I was just like, are you kidding me? And I had no clue, and I'll tell you what it is in just a second. But here, you need to know something first about our childhood. And some of you already know this because having grown up with my family, this is no surprise. But we grew up, and my mom, when I was about 3 years old, introduced to us this musical called Les Miserables. She had gone... I won't tell the story about Jackie singing Lovely Ladies on the playground.
You just did.
We listened to it day in, day out. Every time we got in the car, we listened to Les Miserables. And, by the time I was 8, I could sing every single last song. And it would get into our bones, into our souls. And anytime we were grounded and we were feeling particularly martyred, we would be draped across our beds going, "On my own, pretend you're never beside me." The day before Mom and Dad would send us back to school, they'd be strutting around the house, "One day more, another day, another destiny." And it got to the point where, by the time we were teenagers, we could basically sing all of our fights. I'm sorry, what are you doing?
Lauren, at last, we see each other plain.
Yes, just like that. What
Different
was-
selves. Don't yell. You wear a different shade.
All right, Shelby. What did I do?
I mean, I don't know if you realized you did this, but you kind of stole my jacket.
Oh my goodness, I'm
I've been
so
looking
sorry.
for it.
I got cold earlier. I didn't think you would mind. You know what? I'm in the middle of something. Would you mind if I gave it back to you later?
No, hold on. You will hang for this.
Where did you get a microphone?
I brought my own.
You brought your own microphone from Baltimore to interrupt me in the middle of a speech?
Maybe.
Isn't that a little bit, you know what? It doesn't matter. Before you say another word, Shelby, before you chain me up like a slave for this. Listen to me, there is something I must do. This woman is celebrating her wedding day. It's none but me who can give this speech. Mercy's name, 3 minutes are all I need. Then I'll return it, I pledge my word, then I'll return it.
You must think me mad. I've hunted you across these fields. Girls like you can never change. A girl such as you.
Believe me, what you will, there is a duty that I'm supposed to do. You know nothing of this fight. All I did was steal
My duty's to my clothes. You have no right. Come with me, little quick lady.
Not before I see this
round.
toast is
Lauren
done.
Brown is nothing now. Scum like you.
Well, too far. Nobody here is from the gutter.
Dramatic effect, right? Dramatic effect.
As I swear to you tonight,
There is no place for you to hide.
the champagne will flow within my care,
Wherever you may hide away.
and I will raise it to the light. I swear to you, I will be there. What if I buy you a drink? Will that make you happy? If I buy you a drink, will that make you happy?
Yeah, put it on your mom's tab.
Yes, my mom's tab, bartender.
I already have 3. Keep taking.
I just spilled my own. Bartender? Thank you. You guys think I'm exaggerating, but Jackie and I totally had that exact same fight last week. So this bombshell, this was our childhood. That entire scene was our childhood. And the bombshell that Jackie dropped on me was that Alan does not like musicals. Do you know why it is okay? Because Alan doesn't like musicals, and I live with this man, and I didn't know that. Because Alan doesn't say that he doesn't like musicals. He doesn't view this walking, talking musical that he lives with. And say that's something bad. He views this difference as something good. Now this is where I'm going to get really sentimental, Jackie. You found a man who celebrates your differences, who celebrates something that, other people will look at and be like, oh my goodness, how could you possibly like one another? And it's not about that you have everything in common. A perfect couple does not have everything in common. It's that you have these differences and you love each other because of them, and not in spite of them, but because of them. And that is how I know you guys are the perfect couple. Because Jackie and I burst into song like every other day. And Alan sometimes goes, okay, killer, it gets too much. But he never tries to change it, and he never tries to stop it, and he loves you more for it. So, there are 4 elements to every background family gathering. There is singing, there is dancing, a little bit of skipping around the room, and there is chanting. Now, I aspire to bring all 4 to you. We've done the singing, we've done the dancing, we have done a little bit of skipping around the room. So, Jackie and I grew up with this one cheer, and some of our lovely Ukrainian friends and lovely Ukrainian lovers are going to know what this cheer is. But, being a researcher, I decided to look into this cheer a little bit more. Now, the important chant. And the call that I'm going to say is Boodma.
Hey!
And you guys are going to respond with, hey! Exactly. We will do this 3 times. On the 3rd time, you will respond with 3 heys. This is important. And this is also how you will know it is time to drink. That is also important. Not yet. Being a researcher, I looked this up, and it is why I decided to bring it into this speech. Because that is what we do in this family. We drink and we know things. Now, Budva, roughly translated, means cheers, but the meaning behind it is, shall we live forever? And in Ukrainian tradition, you give 3 toasts, or 4. Actually, you give 4 toasts. The first toast is for the gathering. The second toast is for family and friends. The third toast is for love. Now, you'll notice this is the third toast of the night. So, the meaning of this is, shall we live forever? And this is for love. So, everybody raise a glass. Everybody must stand in traditional Ukrainian. To the gathering, may this evening last forever in our memories. To family and friends, may we be friends forever, not to get too sentimental. And to Jackie and Alan, may your love last forever, and shall you live forever. Budva! Hey! Budva! Hey! Budva!
Put your hands together for the Maid of Honor, Lauren Brown. With a special appearance by Shelby and Lauren. I'll take that back. Thank you very much.